Many people have noticed when they're switching from Microsoft Office 2010 or earlier additions to Office 2013 that there is an increased prevalence of the Backstage view throughout the Office products, so that whenever you go to launch the Office product like Microsoft Word or open a document or save a document, the Backstage view is shown more than the old familiar dialog boxes. And for some folks, they don't want to have that experience. They want everything to operate as it used to with previous versions of Office. So I'm going to show you today how to turn off the Backstage view for opening and saving documents and as part of the start screen. I'm using Window Eyes here as the screen reader so that folks who are not mouse users but keyboard users can also hear what's going on as I'm going through the motions of doing these settings changes. But really, you could use any screen reader and it would work just fine. So let's start by opening Microsoft Word, and you'll see what I mean.
Start menu. Search Internet Explorer. Pull Word 2013 2 of 10. Opening Word. Word. Blank document list.
So Microsoft Word starts with this Backstage view, and it's asking you if you want to use a blank document or one of the other suggested templates that are available there. And to get out of that and go back to our blank document, you can just hit Escape. And this is kind of annoying. We don't want to have to do that every time. If we know that we want a new blank document every time we start Microsoft Word, we just want it to start right here. And we can do that. The other issue is that when we open or save a document, I'm going to do Control-O to open a new document.
O. Open menu.
Again, we've got the Backstage view instead of the old familiar
Style normal
dialog
page 1
box.
column 1.
Similarly, if I were to do a save, let's say I were going to exit out of this and I wanted to save, we'll bring up the Save As that is in the Backstage view. Now, if I wanted to, I could use F12 to do my Save As, and it would use the old familiar dialog. But let's say that I always want it to do that. I don't want to have to remember, if I'm exiting out or if I'm using Control-S or F12. I just want it to do it the way it used to, and we can do that. So the first thing that we'll do is we'll get rid of the Backstage view when opening or saving documents. To do that, we'll go into the File tab, Alt-F.
Info menu. Info.
Then press T by itself for options.
T.
And then under Save, we'll just press S to go to the Save section.
S. Save.
There is a checkbox about a quarter of the way down the screen in that dialog called Don't Show the Backstage when opening or saving files. And to get there, there's an accelerator key you can use, Alt-S, like Sierra.
S. Don't show
now, it does not automatically check that box because there are other Alt-S's available on that dialog. So right now, it's unchecked. If we don't want to see that Backstage when opening and saving files, we want to check that checkbox by pressing the space bar. So whichever screen reader you're using, just make sure that it says that that checkbox is checked before you leave this dialog. And you could also reread this object just to make sure, if you wanted to, that that's what you wanted. And I'll press the Enter key to do the same thing as clicking the OK button.
OK button. Document 1 word.
So now if I go to save a document,
Save document.
It's going to give me my old Save As dialog. If I go to open a document, it's going to give me the old Open dialog.
Document 1 word. Style normal page 1 of 1.
So now we want to prevent Word from displaying the Backstage view when we start Word. Again, we're going to use Alt-F to go into the Backstage.
Menu.
And then we're going to press T to go to Options again.
Categories General List View. Dialog Word Options.
This time we're going to stay in General. Down at the bottom of the General dialog is Show the Start Screen when this application starts.
Open email attachments and other uneditable files.
To get there, we'll use the shortcut key Alt-H. Now, it says that it's unchecked, and it is unchecked because it's the only Alt-H accelerator key combination in that dialog. So it automatically unchecked the box for us. So what we want to make sure is that while on the last screen we want it to be checked, this screen we want it to be unchecked before we leave this dialog. Pressing the Enter key will be the same as clicking the OK button.
OK button. Document one word.
And now I'm going to use Alt F4 to close Word.
Print layout document.
So now if I start up Word again, it'll take us right to a blank document, just like the old version.
Start menu. Internet Word 20. Opening Word. Document one word. Section 1 of 1 style normal page 1 of 1 column 1 of 1 print layout document.
And if I type something, okay, if I type something in there, then I try to close the document. Again, it's going to ask if I want to save. If I tell it to save, instead of bringing up the Backstage view, it's going to bring up my Save As dialog. So, enjoy working with the old throwback version of Microsoft Word.